Hi everyone, I'm Brock. So today let's to review another open source project. Okay, so I sort the list by most star. The first one is Open Claw. We already talked about it. Second one is AutoGPT, reviewed before. NAN, done. Stable Diffusion Web UI, done. Prompt.chat, reviewed last week. LangGenius, reviewed. Dify, haven't reviewed it before. So today, we will talk about Dify, which is a production-ready platform for agentic workflow development. Actually, it serves for the same purpose as LangFlow and NAN. So, and also OpenClaw. So as you can see, the top ranking open source projects, most of them, the majority of them is about agentic workflow. There must be something here. No, sometimes we are talking about predict the future. But now when I start to, every week to begin to look at, the most cited academic paper, the most start open source project, and the, most hot or the highest valued companies, I find that the future, the direction of the future is pretty clear. So from this perspective, actually, predict future actually is easy, as long as we find the right signals. Okay, let's start. So Dify is an open source LLM application development platform launched in 2023, pretty early, by LangGenius, a Chinese AI startup. It unifies visual AI workflow orchestration, RAG, retrieval augmented generation knowledge pipeline, autonomous AI agents, multimodal integration, LLMOps monitoring, and backend as a service into one single intuitive interface, enabling both developers and non-technical users to rapidly move AI prototypes to production. As of February 2026, Dify has accumulated approximately 130,000 GitHub stars and over 400,000 installations worldwide, making one of the fastest growing open source AI middleware platform globally. Sounds pretty impressive. Okay, this is a hands-on experience guide. How to deploy it on the computer. Okay. The second way is to directly use your website to try it online. Okay, let's just do it. So this is website, huh? Let's register an account. Okay, give me 1 second. I will register an account and come back. Okay, here we go. Okay, cool. So let's see, what can we do with Dify? Let's see. Okay, create a chatbot. So Studio. Okay, chatbot. And the configuration. Where's configuration? I didn't see. Oh. Hey, wait. Create app. Why nothing happened? Why? Studio. I didn't see the button for studio. Where's studio? I didn't see that. Did I miss something? Choose chatbot. And there's no configuration. How to create? What am I doing here? It's very confusing. Chatbot. Nothing happened. Okay, create app. Create from template. Maybe also create from template. Okay, or maybe create from blank. Okay, here is where I can create. And choose chatbot. And give a name. Today is February 2022. Okay. Orchestration. But there's no place to, but there's no way to allow me to practice, anyway, to choose a model. So here's the instruction. Okay. And and I need to use my own API key to run it. Okay. Okay, so now I can talk to my bot. Okay, let's say, what is RAG? Okay, it doesn't work, huh? No response. Because I don't configure API key, that's why it doesn't work. Do it again. What's reinforce learning? No, two validation arrow should be a value string, but it doesn't work. Okay, try it again. Okay, it failed. Try the second one. How to go back? Okay, here's to go back. This is how to use API. This is some log. This is monitoring. Okay, so I must provide, I must provide the, but wait. But the instruction I input disappear, you see? I don't know where it gone. Okay. Okay, that is, well. Yeah, so I need to, okay, there are some quota. So I need to configure the model here. Let's use DeepSeek. No, it cannot find the model. Why? Okay, I didn't configure the model. So I must choose something first. Okay, so let's choose DeepSeek. Install. Okay, and I need to set up. And I must provide DeepSeek key here. Okay. I will provide. Give me 1 second. Okay. So now I already input my API key for DeepSeek here. Oh, I must, got you. So I must install it first, then I configure it. Okay, fair enough. So reasoning model, embedding model, nothing. Remark model, nothing. So no. Okay, save. Let me refresh. Okay, this notification disappear. That's good. And now let's go back to the board. I guess at this time, this board should work, right? I assume. What is RAG? Steer field, why? Confusing. Confusing. Oh, here, okay. But why my prompt doesn't get stored? So I save my prompt here, right? It disappear. But how to save it? The instruction. So prompts get AI response with instruction and constraint, so on and so forth. but it's very confusing. I input the instruction here. In my understanding, this prompt should be saved here, right? And here's for debugging. I click the restart, nothing happened. What's RAG? Okay, the server encountered internal error and was unable to complete your request. So it failed. Oh, I don't know what's wrong. It's my issue? I tried again, build another stuff. So let's try to build something else. Okay, so create from blank and knowledge base. It doesn't have knowledge base here. Create knowledge base. No, there's no knowledge base here. Yeah, I don't know where the getters came from, but obviously it doesn't work here. Yeah, I didn't say anything like knowledge base here. It's very confusing. Oh, here. Okay, here is to create knowledge base. Huh. And upload a TXT file or something. Well, I can create something. So let's just drag. Let's see. Well, not this one. Well, maybe I just use this one. So this report is the report I generated for Dify. So I will just use it. So now this become a database. Okay. And there are different options. Okay. So I just use the default stuff. Okay. And now we get a knowledge base, huh? This one. This is a knowledge base we have now. And now we create a new. Now let's create a new app. Chatbot. Okay. So again, February 22. But now what is different is that we have knowledge base. Okay. Cool. But why is my instruction doesn't show here? If my instruction cannot be saved, what's the meaning? What's the purpose to have such an instruction part here, right? I don't know. Okay, let's ask you again. What is Dify? Oh, it works this time. Okay, fair enough. But actually, even if I look at this response, I actually don't have no idea whether this information came from the data the knowledge base I uploaded just now, or the information came from or it came from online, or it's pre-trained knowledge. I cannot distinguish. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether this can verify. Yeah. And also I didn't say, context here. Yeah, I didn't say there's a place which I can, you see, in context. No, I didn't. Oh, here. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Now I connect the knowledge with it. That's good. Now let's ask the same question again. What's DeFi? Okay, here's a citation. Oh, good. So now it be able to cite, okay, answer questions based on my documentation. That's very helpful. And yeah, it's actually like a search engine, but it supports a semantic search engine. Imagine in our computer, sometimes when we want to search something, we must remember the keywords to be able to find the documentation. We actually cannot use semantic search. But now what I'm doing here is actually a semantic search, right? So, okay, let's try another stuff. So visual workflow orchestration. Let's try something new. Publish. Wow. Okay, so create something new. And this time we want to create a workflow. Workflow. Okay, this is a workflow. So user input, go to LLM, and then answer. Okay, and in LLM, I can do some configuration, like context, like system, so on and so forth. Okay, user input. Okay, this is a configuration. Let's just keep it and run. What's this? System query, what's that? I don't know. What's this query? What should I put here? It's confusing. Maybe run here from here. Okay, now I talk to this bot. And what happens is that, okay, this request should go into what happened, how to use Dify. Okay, user input from here, go to LM, the answer. But how to verify? Okay, so now it means that all these steps already went through, right? Our workflow process, it shows, okay, which workflow it already went through. Okay. Okay. And also it can create an agent. So let's say create an agent. Create an agent. Okay, here. And also there are some stuff here. Oh, and the tools. I didn't, okay, here is the tools. This is what I can allow it to use. Let's say Wikipedia. Okay, so let's install Wikipedia. So now this agent should be able to use Wikipedia. Right? Added, right? So here it has Wikipedia search event. Fair enough, huh? And then I will ask, let's say, what's the top 3 medal winner country for 2026 Olympic Games? But how to see whether this is an agent? Olympic Games haven't taken place. Oh, you see, it makes mistakes here. It's happened in Italy, right? February 2022, but today is 2022. Do you think what's the date for today? So you say it make mistake here. It said that the game hasn't happened yet, right? So I need to re-challenge it. Today is December 4th, 2024. Hey, you are an agent, right? You should be able to call some tools to find today's date. I can tell you that today is not December 4th, 2024. I felt that, when I interact with Cloud Code, I also find that it always, get wrong about the date. Okay, it doesn't have a tool. Oh, it's based on the training time cutoff. Okay, so which means that it cannot use a tool. Okay. Okay, so it finds a Wikipedia search tool, but it's not designed to find the current date, which means that it don't have access to real-time tool. So it asked me to tell him what's so you see, yeah, a lot of issues. Okay, so the next test is use API integration. I just skip it. But I think that's good enough. Although I didn't test everything in Dify, but I already get some sense. So let's look at the technical details. Core features. Feature 1, visual AI workflow. Dify's workflow provides a no-code or low-code visual canvas for orchestrating complex AI pipelines by dragging and connecting dots. Like building with Lego bricks, each node is an atomic operation. Call an LLM, run Python JavaScript code, query a knowledge base, make an HTTP request, or apply conditional logic. Lines between nodes define data flow direction. Okay. Feature 2, RAG knowledge pipeline. RAG, which is retrieval augmented generation, is Dify's mechanism for letting LLMs reason over private enterprise documentations. Use uploaded files such as PDF, Word documentation, Notion experts, etc. And Dify automatically handles document parsing, text chunking, vector embedding, vector database storage. At query time, the system retrieves semantically relevant chunks, injects them as a context into the LLM prompt, and generates a ground answer with traceable source citation, overwhelming the LLM's knowledge cutoff limitation. Okay. Feature 3, multi-model unified exercise. Dify provides, Dify unified model runtime layer supports hundreds of LLM providers. OpenAI, Anthropic Cloud, Google Gemini, Mistral, Lambda, Baidu, Erlang, Wenxing, 智谱 GLM, and more. Developers configure API keys once and can freely switch models across all applications without changing business logic code or learning provided specific API formats. Okay. Feature 4, AI agent. Dify's agent feature empowers LLMs to automatically plan and use external tools for complex multi-step tasks. Dify provides 50+ building tools: web search, calculator, code executor, database query, file manipulation, and more. Agents support 2 paradigms: function calls for models like GPT-4o, and React reasoning plus action loop, useful with any LLM. Okay. Prompt IDE. Dify's prompt IDE support variable injection, variable syntax, multi-turn conversation management, system prompt versioning, A/B testing, compare multiple prompt versions side by side, and a persona template for role-specific assistance. Okay. Feature 6, LLMOps, monitoring and observation. LLMOps, large language model operations, is Dify's production monitoring framework. Analogs to the DevOps for traditional software. Dify tracks token consumption per cell, response latency, full conversation logs, human for detection, hallucination, and policy violation, human annotation labeling for fine-tuning, and integration with third-party observation platform like Longsmith, Longfuse, Helicon, etc. Feature 7, plugins and MCP integration. Dify supports a plugin marketplace ecosystem and MCP, which is Model Context Protocol proposed by Anthropic integration. Developers can configure Dify as an MCP host, connecting to external MCP servers such as GitHub MCP, Database SCP, so on, and extend the Dify with customer tools and model providers through its plugin system. MCP integration lives in API call MCP. Okay, core technology explained. Retrieval augmented generation. Imagine taking an open book exam. Your brain, the LLM, knows a lot from training, but its knowledge has a cutoff date. IAG gives your brain a searchable library, the vector database, before answering any questions. You first look up the relative pages, which is retrieval, then compose your answer using both what you found and what you already know, which is generation. The result is more accurate, current, and settable. Feature 2. When I read those open source projects, the technology is mentioned is much easier to understand than when I read academic paper. So it's good to start from academic paper. It makes read the open source projects much easier. Technology 2, vector embedding and cosine similarity. Vector embedding translates text into semantic coordinates in high dimension space. Texts with similar meaning get similar coordinates. Cosine similarity measures how aligned two vectors are, like asking how much two people are facing the same direction. If two text chunks are on the same topic, their vector point in nearly the same direction, giving a cosine similarity close to 1. Cosine. Okay. Technology 3, LLM workflow and the DAG engine. The workflow engine is like a factory assembly line. Each workstation, which is node, performs a specific operation. Products, which is data, flow between stations in a defined order. The DAG structure guarantee no infinite loops, like ensuring a factory line never sends an unfinished product back to the first station. Okay. When I create a report and recording videos and create, cover images, video summary, video title based on the recording and the original report. And then I upload those information to social media like YouTube, Bilibili, and Redbook. It is actually a workflow, right? Technology 4, AI agent and the React framework. A traditional LLM is like a consultant who writes a report based on information you provide. An AI agent is most likely a project manager. It autonomously decide, I need to search for the latest data first, then run a calculation, then compare our report. React is the project manager's method. React, reason, act, observe, reason again, act again, until now. So when I use Cloud Code for reading, for coding, it is actually an agent, right? Such as I read this report, it will ask me, okay, I want to run this bash command. I want to, search online, and it will ask me, ask the permission from me. It is an agent. Technology 5, model runtime abstraction layer. The model abstraction layer is like a universal tribal power adapter. Different LLMs have different API formats, like different socket standard in different countries. But the adapter lets you Dify application work with any LLM provider without changing your application logic. Okay. Yeah, and here's some terminology like LLM, which is large language model, RAG, which is retrieval augmented graph generation, DAG, which is directed acyclic graph. SSE is servers and events. Base is backend as a service. LLMOps is large language model operations. MCP, model context protocol. COT, chain of thought. I think that chain of thought is very important. When I look at the chain of thought and I find that it's thought in different direction, I can stop it and give clarification. Kind of like do interview, right? The reason why we say in an interview, the interviewee should speak loud their thoughts. It's only when you speak out loud your thoughts, the interviewer can know, okay, you are in the right direction or you are wrong. You are in the wrong direction, right? That's something important. React, reasoning plus acting, embedding, vector embedding, chunking, text chunking, VV8 vector database, re-ranking, retrieval ranking, tokenization unit, function calling, LM, function calling, salary distributed task queue, PostgreSQL, PostgreSQL relational database, Gulicon. Oh, it's great. It gives me for Fabric, Fabric symbol. Green Unicorn WSGI server. Gvent core routine library. Jinja to temporary engine. So many stuff. System design. If you use a front-end, back-end separation microservices architecture with 6 layers. Okay, so client layer, gateway layer, application layer, application server layer, core engine layer, and a data storage layer. Good. Back-end module structure. So here's the back-end module. Cool. The work node tabs. Okay. Keywords. The RAG pipeline data flow. So upload documentation, a synchronized task, parse, chunk, embedding request, vectors, store vectors. And the query phase is ask questions, query embedding, query vector, cosine similarity search, top K relevant chunks, question and context, generate answers, SSE streaming response. Cool. Fiber application tabs like chatbot, advanced chat, agent chat, completion, workflow. Okay, cool. So now here's some timelines for this project. So the company was founded in America on March 2023, pretty early. And okay, so this project is get open source on April 2023. Yeah. Okay. And then it's get $1 million, $11 million seed funding. Okay, grow really fast. Okay, founder. Zhang Luyu. UC Irvine. Okay, undergraduate. Master is University of South California. Okay. 张璐宇 followed the typical path for the new generation of Chinese tech entrepreneurs. Top-tier US engineering education, followed by a return to building global products. Growing DeFi from 0 to 130K stars in roughly 2.5 years demonstrates exceptional product intuition and developer communication skills. That's insane. Okay, project impact. Competitors, DeFi, Longflow, Flowwise, N8N, Bootpress, OpenAI GPT, Coles. Oh, COZE, Coles. I just heard of Coles 2 days ago from a friend on Friday. She used that. She's in China now, and she mentioned that she used Coles to build some stuff. And yeah, because I have never used it before, so I even didn't heard it. But now I know it's created by Zhijie. But I heard that Zhijie also, Zhijie also have another product named Tree, TAE. But that is more like a coding agent. So the market location is a little bit different. Okay, here's a qualitative summary. Key insights. Firstly, hey, you see, it should give me English translation here. So it's a mistake. I asked it to provide English translation, but it doesn't. So DeFi's open source strategy, self-hosting allowed, function as a infinitely scalable, zero cost global customer acquisition mechanism. Its monetization path, cloud and enterprise. Following the classical open source growth flywheel, open source exposure, developer adoption, team usage, enterprise paid upgrade, monitoring, HashiCorp, Elastic, and other OSS commercial hardwares. What I'm thinking is that I should also open source, Hongyido AI, so that the business model is that if the user wants, they can download my source code and run Hongyido AI locally. But if we don't want to, take trouble to deploy it locally, they can just, go to my website and use that, pay for it and use that. I think that should be a clear, that should be a business track. I should try. Insight 2. DeFi doesn't train models or publish research papers. Its competitive mode comes from deep integration with hundreds of LLM providers. The trust of 130K plus developer community and enterprise switching costs once teams build critical workflow on the platform. This is platform stickiness, not technological exclusively. Insight 3. In application development, building accounts for only 20% of total effort. Monitoring, debugging, optimizing account for 80%. The iceberg model. DeFi is one of the few platforms with native LLM operates capabilities. A powerful B2B differentiator because enterprise prioritize controllability and auditability over raw feature count. Yeah, and here's some strategy. Implication for Hongyido AI. Okay. Yeah, so here it should also provide English, but it failed to provide English. So use DeFi workflow. generate novel scripts. 2 is use RAG to ensure that the word citing aligns. Insight 3, use prompt version control and A/B testing. Business model exploration. 1, so should pay based on the token usage. Insight 2 is use open source version as the guest adoption to attract customers. Yeah, I think that's the business model. Use the open source version to attract those who are wanting to deploy it locally, but also provide a paid cloud version so that they can use just online. Insight 3 is LLM operations. It's also very important for those creation tools. Cautionary lesson: do not pursue a comprehensive features too early. Yeah, makes sense. And lessons design should think about it from the first time. Yeah. Okay, so lesson 3. Visual novels copyright is a very complex topic. Yeah. Okay, comparison. China, American. Okay. AI community. Business. Okay. Talents. Visa policy limited some people, some international talents. Yeah, I think that if I cannot get an H1B, I just go back to China. That's fine. Environments regulation. Okay. So DeFi actually is such products between American technology and Chinese technology. The founders get education in America. The product is run in global open source community. Investors came from top Chinese VC and facing Chinese market. This model is a new paradigm for AI startups. Okay, cool. And here's some research paper, open source projects, business products, and a YouTube channel. Okay. Let me try to Andrew Capacity. I think I have followed him. Yeah. And Matt Wolfrey. Subscribed. AI Jason. subscribe. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty much for this open source project. And yeah, thank you everyone. I have no more to say. Bye.